morning. It's Monday, April 22nd, 2024. I've been making videos. I've made a lot more videos than I've posted, but I've been making fewer and fewer videos. I've made a couple of shorter videos, like home-based, like how do I season a steak, things like that, and that's really it. Just pointing out that I haven't made many videos. I haven't posted many, mainly because they go like this. I was re-watching my really early videos, like I think episode 3, which is I am much like I'm still nervous and stuttery and come across as very anxious. I'll go with anxious. But in episode 3, which I think was the second video, because I had made, like, from the very get-go, I wasn't posting everything I filmed. So I was rewatching what was called episode 3 last night, and it was very, very fun. I found it funny. You won't find it funny. It's more of a self-deprecating humor because I'm watching how nervous I am at being in front of the camera and just trying to talk. It was hilarious. Anyway, there's no point to this. Again, it's going to be like a free-form thing. I'm just going to talk about a couple of things. That was one of them. The other thing was I started playing Fortnite last night, and it was awful. The game is great. Playing with a great group of guys. My one viewer is one of the fellas I was playing with, and it's actually not that bad a game. It's actually pretty entertaining. I was just awful at it though, and I'm a poor communicator. I keep wandering off by myself, and they're trying to coordinate battles, and I'm like just off somewhere else. But it's the other people that were playing. They're good. Like they just appear out of nowhere. Like, you know, I was at one point, my 3 team members were off at some shed or something like that, and they're like, "Hey, everybody group here." So I'm the last one to show up. As soon as I show up, like we're literally all annihilated instantly. Like people just came out of nowhere and destroyed us. But for a free game, like even if it wasn't a free game, it's really good. It's a pretty good game. I'd like to play it again. What's going on here? I'm taking a different route to work. I often, if you hear a voice in the background, that's my GPS. I've turned way down. Taking a different route to work. Not the highways. It's not really the back roads either. It's some back roads, then to some main highways. What I don't generally take, at all costs, I generally try to avoid. I'm speaking a little weird, partly because, like, you know, I never learned how to talk. 2, I smacked myself in the face last night, like really, really hard, with one of those corrugated downspouts. So we have downspouts around our house. It's a pretty big roof, and one of the downspouts comes down by the sunroom, and then in order for us not to get moisture in the tornado room, there's a downspout that takes the water and takes it across a path down to where we have like some plants and a big stone thing. So anyway, we had one. I didn't realize we had one, and we bought another while we were out a couple days ago. I think we got it at Aldi of all places. I saw it. I was like, oh, we have a broken one of these at home I got to replace. So I bought it. I got home, and it turned out I already had a jar of hoisin sauce. It turned out I already had one. I didn't realize it. But what's funny is I showed my wife and daughter that video because we were talking about peanut butter, and I keep buying peanut butter thinking we need peanut butter, and we as a family will never need peanut butter again. I have a cupboard full of peanut butter because I keep buying peanut butter thinking we need peanut butter. How many times can I say peanut butter? So anyway, same situation with the downspout. I already had one, I just hadn't installed it yet. So, how did I smack myself in the face with it? So, my wife goes upstairs, and she turns around right after I'd shown them the video, the hoisin sauce video, and she says, oh no, we already have a downspout. So she comes down to show me, and she has the two downspouts. They're very similar, both brown. They're both corrugated, so that you can like stretch them way out like those stretchy straws. But one of them isn't fully collapsed. Like one of them collapses to tight little ridges. The other one is collapsed, but it almost looks like somehow half the ridges aren't collapsed. Well, it just turns out that's what it looks like in its native form. That particular one doesn't fully collapse. So I'm sitting there like an idiot, got the thing, grabbing it like this, trying to collapse it the rest of the way, which I should have realized. How could it be perfectly half collapsed? But anyway, trying to collapse it, and then the thing, like, I guess I put a little pressure more one way than the other, and the thing goes like this, and because of my massive strength, the thing shoots up, hits me like right here in the chin. Ow, it hurts. Hits me right here in the chin, like bleeding inside and stuff like that. It was fantastic. I nailed myself really good with the corrugated thing. So what story was I actually telling before I got to that? Peanut butter, hoisin sauce. Crap, I forget where I was. So I was, as I said, I was playing Fortnite. Turns out it's a pretty good game. I'm not very good at it yet. Hoisin sauce. I opened up the pool yesterday and the day before. So we pulled the tarp off, put the tarp away. It's a huge tarp. That thing is ridiculous. It's I think the tarp is like, I want to say it's 30 foot by 60 foot. It's a little over a 20 foot by 40 foot pool, but the tarp like extends to the entire cement surrounding the pool. So what we do is we disconnect it from one side, throw it over the line of bushes at the edge of the pool, then come back, disconnect it, then we lay it out on the lawn there. It's too big for the lawn, but whatever. We lay it out to dry it a little bit for a couple hours, then we fold it up. And did we do that I think we did that last weekend. Yeah, I think we did that last weekend. We pulled the tarp off, and then I did all the treatments for the pool this weekend. Got it topped off during the week. So yesterday I shocked it, brought the water levels up, reassembled the pool filter, put the skimmers in, shocked it. I haven't vacuumed it yet, but it's just with what we did in the past 2 days, it's pretty clear already. I put the clarifier in it yesterday, but I didn't let the pump run all night. I let it run for a few hours after putting the clarifier, but the pressure had gotten up to nearly 20 psi on the pump, so I had to turn that off. So when I get home today, I've got to mow the lawn and take apart the pump, switch out the filters, clean the filters that are in there, put other filters in that I've already cleaned. So it's chores, lots of chores. That's what you have to look forward to when you own a home, is never-ending chores. Maintenance and chores. So it wasn't the pool I was talking about yesterday, blah, blah, blah. The Saturday was coming out of hibernation day. Like, everything in our town is like bear themed. So Saturday was coming out of hibernation day, so there was a lot of street vendors in town. We actually went down and walked the route, bought some honey. I don't know if we bought anything else, but it was a lot of walking. It was actually, embarrassingly, yesterday I set a record for the amount of walking I did since I've owned this phone, and it wasn't a lot of walking. So that probably explains why I'm still a great big fatty and don't exercise nearly enough. Sorry for the random bits of silence, but navigating my way onto a highway here, and I have nothing prepped. I'm just kind of stream of consciousness talking here. So today, break one of my cardinal rules today. I'm being audited at work. So what an internal audit is it's just someone from another department comes in and they audit, make sure you're following your procedures and things like that. I'm a little nervous because my position, we really haven't gotten to the point, because it's what I do is a lot of what I do is because we haven't put a lot of systems in place for other departments. We've moved to an advanced MRP system, but the adoption process wasn't immediate, so there was a lot of manual tasks. So what my title is and what I actually do, I don't do it the way the software was intended, and that's because other departments aren't doing things process-wise or data-wise for me to use the system properly, so I do it in kind of a convoluted fashion. I've made my own sideshow software to allow me to perform my job. I'm not a fan of that. Like I always tell everybody, you have to work inside the system. I unfortunately can't. There would be no way for me to perform my functions within the MRP system because of the way everything else is being done. I need to see more data at one time than the system will allow. So I've just made tools that take the data from the system and tell me the information I need to know so that I can make the changes that I need to make on a daily and hourly basis. What this essentially means is I'm probably going to fail the audit, but it's not as bad as it sounds. But it probably will lead to people making me document processes that I do, which I know are wrong, but they're the only way to do it now. So I hate that. I hate what to me is essentially busy work. Like why? I know if something happens to me, someone else has to do it, but no one is ever going to do it the way I do it. They're going to find their own way to do it that works for them. The way I do it is insanely tedious, and you pull a lot of data out of the system and you manipulate it in such a way that you're looking at walls of numbers, and like I can read it, but the average person isn't going to read it. They might add other layers to it, but like if you're just making a quick data sheet for yourself, your intent is not to make it user-friendly. Your intent is to make it so that you can see the data or trends in the data and stuff like that. If you're doing it for a presentation, yeah, that's a different story. So all I'm saying is I don't want to document my process. I probably will have to, but I don't want to because no one's ever going to use it. Once we're using the software properly, a lot of the stuff that I do will be able to be done in the system, where the system will tell you what to do. That's just currently not the case because of like I said, the state of the processes and the data that's in the system. So anyway, I'm not looking forward to that. And like Mondays are the worst. Like I get up between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work because for some reason, I moved out in the middle of nowhere and never switched jobs. So I still work in Philly, but I live out in wherever the hell I live. I don't know. It's too far away. There's no way for me to know where that is. So I have this insane commute to work. So on the weekend, I'm not a morning person, by the way. So during the week, I have to get up between 3 and 4 in the morning. Like on the weekends, so Monday is the day after Saturday and Sunday. I do not wake up between 3 and 4 on the weekend. I stay up a little bit later, and I try to sleep in as long as possible. In general, like by 7 o'clock, I can't stay in bed anymore. I have to get up. There's just no getting around it. But like, definitely, I'm not getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning on the weekends, unless I wake up thirsty and I need a drink or something like that, or nature is calling or something of that nature. But then I go right back to sleep. So Monday is like the absolute worst, because just spent 2 days on a better sleeping schedule with no alarm going off, and then boom, like 3 in the morning. Get up, start your day. It's 3. So Mondays are rough. I wish I could be remote on Mondays, but if I was, then Tuesdays would be the worst, because I would get to sleep in a little bit more on Mondays. As it is now, I'm generally remote on Wednesdays. Most people are 2 days a week. I'm 1 day a week. I'm still not sure what the heck that's about, but maybe during my yearly, we'll negotiate that. Mathematically, I think it would be a raise if I got one more remote day a week, as opposed to a percentage increase in my pay, because of the cost of gas and the wear and tear on the chicken's ass. So that's enough about work. It's enough about everything, I guess. You guys not interested in any of this, you guys. Like, I've got one viewer. I don't think he's been watching my videos lately. It sounded like Carl from Mamas with Hats. So anyway, I think I was saying, maybe, I don't know if I finished this thought or not. So I'm taking the back roads, not the back roads. I'm taking the highway, so I'm taking the non-toll route that leads to the Schuylkill Expressway, or as we lovingly refer to it as the Shorekill Distressway. I generally don't take the Schuylkill. I think that's where I left off. I generally don't take the Schuylkill because it's never good. It's always busy and slow, and you end up sitting on it for a million years. But last week, the last 2 days of the week, whoa! Why is everyone stopped? Last 2 days of the week, if I wasn't recording, I'd take a picture of the license plate in front of me. It's Regenerate, REGNR8. There's a lot of vanity plates up here. Don't know why so many people have vanity plates. So anyway, Schuylkill Expressway. I generally don't take it because it's very busy. What's going on here? And but I guess Thursday and Friday I took the Schuylkill Expressway, and maybe it's because of how early in the morning I leave, although it's a little later today. I wonder if that's why this traffic is here. It wasn't bad. Like, I got to work, I think, faster than I normally do, taking my back roadway, which is essentially taking Route 73 all the way into work from the middle of nowhere to Philly. And there's some kind of hullabaloo going on here. There's flashing lights, a sign, pardon me. Let's see, some cars. Did someone wreck? There's 2 cars, but I don't see any damage. But it really slowed down traffic. Moving now. So anyway, this part of my face still hurts quite a bit from being stupid and hitting myself with that corrugated pipe. So I'm kind of curious as to whether I'll look out 3 days in a row. The Schuylkill was by no means empty, but it was moving along. So I ended up getting on the Schuylkill, taking that to 95, and then from there I get into Philly and go to work. That's about it. like I said, I haven't been making a lot of videos lately. I posted one 2 days ago, and it was literally just a video of me looking really, really fat, and just how I season a steak. That's literally all the video was. I did not film myself cooking it because the family was in the kitchen at the time, and there was just a lot of stuff going on, so I just cooked it. And in case you were all curious, it's also cold, and it's making it hard for my face to work. In case you were curious, it was delicious. In fact, there were some leftovers. I'm bringing some of it to work for lunch today. So I think that's it. The sun is coming up really early nowadays. This is crazy. And I don't see the sun yet, but the sky is all bright. Now I'm just stalling for time because you're a little less than a minute till the 22-minute mark. Since I'm that close to it, I figured I would take the video to 22 minutes. You've got like 40 seconds left. I probably won't think of anything to say over the next 40 seconds, so it's up to you whether or not you hang out. If you've made it this far, there's no secret ending. There's no funny joke at the end. I apologize. Like I said, I didn't prepare anything, so... I should think about, if I stay on long enough, you're going to see a catastrophic accident. People are like very drive real fast and then hit the brakey today. All right. Have a wonderful day.